This is the Skyler Jarvis Show!
What's up, everybody? This is the Skyler Jarvis Show. I'm your host, Skyler. Welcome, everybody, to the first podcast. Well, technically the second podcast. First recorded in 2025 of the year. Now, to start things off, we're just going to do a boss rant about some things that I've really had on my mind for the past month concerning this town. And we're going to talk all about it. So, everybody knows, let's just get it out of the way, man. Everybody knows about the $50,000 tree. But does everybody know how much taxes it added on? $5,000. So technically, it's a $54,000 tree. My point being is, what is the point of this $50,000 Christmas tree? Is it just, to look good, just to attract people? What is it that made Alexander County purchase a $54,000 Christmas tree? We could have got one to set up here at Food Line, Walmart, Trading Post Produce. There's a bunch of places you can get a Christmas tree. But why $54,000 Christmas tree? Because one thing I have on my mind that I think a lot of people can relate to. There are some people that have got hit with this hurricane or effects from Hurricane Helene that came through. You know, we did a podcast around that time. You know, most of Alexander County was without power. Some of the surrounding areas. Excuse me, it just took me a minute to get it out. But some of the surrounding areas were destroyed. Lake Lure was destroyed. So many others. I mean, you think about all that happened during that hurricane. So many people that don't have homes now, that are having to sleep in tents in the freezing cold weather. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. This is what our town decides to spend money on instead of helping people that have been affected by this hurricane. No, we want to purchase a $50,000 Christmas tree. What the heck? I just don't know what else to say, man. There's so much, there's kids, there's people that are homeless. I mean, not even people that just was affected by the hurricane. Homeless people in general. That our town could do better and help some people like that. You know what I'm saying? People that are really in need of something. Teachers got fired because our county didn't have the funding for it. Now we know where all that funding went. I mean, it's crazy, man. I'm sorry, guys. That just really pisses me off. It really does, because, in times like that, we need to help others. We can wait on an attractive sightseeing thing. Is that really our top priority? I understand you wanted something to look good in the town, but I mean, come on, man. There's other what would make other people's Christmas? A $50,000 Christmas tree that's probably not gonna bring them any joy that any of the homeless people, or a Christmas where the homeless people finally have something that they can invest in or do something with. $50,000 could have gone into keeping this town up to par. There's craters in the ground. Like, they finally fixed the potholes, or they put the potholes in it, like the craters in the road. I don't know, man. There's so many things I could name off that our town could invest more time in than a $50,000 Christmas tree. I mean, I don't know, man. The idea seems preposterous. It's just, I was talking to Carson a while ago, and we were talking about how clothes, like different clothes, name brand clothes, are like 200, 300, like really expensive. And shoes, shoes can get there that way too, just for a name and maybe a cool look. But other than that, there's shoes. Like, you can get decent pairs of shoes for less than $200. You can get a decent shirt that's going to last you for years, for a few bucks. It just depends on how good the material is, really. I mean, that proves an even bigger point. Like, something like a Christmas tree would be, that idea is why? I mean, if it was in the hundreds, that would be one thing, but $54,000 alone on a tree, that's just way beyond a price for a Christmas tree, if you ask me. It might have come pre-lit. It better come with pre-lit and decorations already on it. That's what I'm gonna say. And I don't even think it's worth it for that price. Come on, guys. So, on the other side of things, how have all y'all been? How have y'all's New Year's been? Mine's been pretty good. I spent the New Year's Day with Carson. Me and him, and a couple of his friends. We had a good time. We celebrated the New Year, and we had a really good time. That was the first time I was away from my mom or my mama for the New Year, so I had a great time. We stayed up half the morning. Like, I didn't go to bed until like 4 or 5 in the morning. No, I think it was 5. And then I woke up at like 7 and then went back home. So, what did y'all do this New Year? And by the way, I just want to say to everybody, thank you for the support for Skyler Jarvis Media. I really hope to do some better things this year. I really want to better this channel. I'm definitely gonna be doing some drumming vlogs. I gotta move my drums, so that'll be one thing. whatever happens, man, I really want to just expand beyond the podcast, because I love doing these podcasts, and they're still going to be coming out every Wednesday. But I want to keep you guys coming back, for more than just every Wednesday, because you got as a YouTuber, you kind of gotta put one out every few days. And I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get that far yet, but I am working on something. So I'll keep you guys posted this year. So, man, I think this podcast is gonna be pretty short, because this is what I gotta say about Taylorsville and everything. So everybody that's suffering from Hurricane Helene, from Florida to where we live, just keep your head up, man. Keep your head up, and don't give up hope. That's all I gotta tell you. That there will be hope in the future, man. And you just gotta keep your head up. It was hard for me. That's during 2020. You've probably heard me talk about this, before, but I just want to reiterate for some of the new people that might not have seen those. So 2020 was a really, really hard year for me and for most people. A lot of their opportunities were just snatched out from them, and it was especially hard for me. It sent me into a very deep depression, and I just kind of missed everybody from my school, and I missed the senior prom. We all of us did. We missed senior prom. We missed the senior trip, and that was a big thing. Our band concert got canceled, and then it just fell apart from there. COVID came in. You know how everything went. And 2021, I couldn't get over the fact that I couldn't get over the fact that I was stuck at home for an entire year not doing anything. So it took about till 2022 for me to start getting, healing from it. And then 2023, a little bit more, like I wasn't thinking about it as much, the whole GMS thing. Of course, I talk to friends and reminisce, and I still do that, but there's a difference between reminiscing and just dwelling on it. Like, if you just dwell on something like that, you're never going to be able to create a future for yourself. That's the main thing I'm going to tell you. It might be hard now, but there will come a time for you, man. Whenever God is ready for you to start doing things in life, the doors will be open. So, again, to those that, that are homeless or, are homeless now to the fact, due to the fact of the hurricane or hurricanes, from anywhere in the world, just keep your head up. And, yeah, man, keep your head up. So, I think this is going to conclude today's episode. So, this is Skyler Jarvis signing off. Peace!